have to admit that this icon and the fact that Netflix advertised it as a Twilight type of movie got me to watch this movie. And normally I wouldn't watch a movie like this because it's a dubbed movie. Let me tell you what's the good and the bad about this movie. First off, the storyline, the plot, the characters, they're all actually pretty interesting. If you like the enemy to lovers, the brooding bad boy type of trope, you're probably gonna like this movie. The plot itself on paper is actually really interesting. So these two grow up in an orphanage together. He somehow is like the prodigy of the orphanage. So every single time there's an adoption event, everybody wants to adopt him, but he never wants to go until she gets adopted. So they get adopted by the same family. They go to new school. She thinks that he hates her, but it turns out he's secretly in love with her. A lot of bad things happened during the time they were in this orphanage. And there were a lot of flashbacks that showed that he was actually secretly there for her, but she never knew it. So all that stuff made me fall in love with the plot line of this movie, the characters, kind of the essence of what the movie was supposed to be about. What I didn't really love was the movie was kind of dark, really over dramatized in some areas that really didn't need it to be, or maybe it was just not acted really well. I think this has a lot to do with the production value of the movie not being from like the US, because I could see that if it was a US film, it probably would have been done a little bit differently. I think if it was a US production, they would have made the main character brooding, but probably funny, relatable. He was in a way kind of scary. Like you didn't feel safe around him, you know? And maybe oftentimes I felt like maybe their chemistry was a little bit forced or maybe a little bit too intense. So is it a smash or pass? I'm going to say a pass, but I think that if there was a US adaptation to this movie, it could be really good.